Welcome everybody to another episode of the Terrain Studio. I'm your host, Sean Morris. Today on the Terrain Studio, I bring for you the updated version of the Frozen Stream. This is the final basic stages on the test piece. Just to bring you up to speed where I was from the last time I was talking about this sample, I had added the earth undertone to the top of the plaster cloth. Then I went ahead and added flex paste to both sides, as well as some flex paste to the top of the river stones. Next, after that was dry, I poured one layer of still water or realistic water, whichever you prefer to use. I use realistic water in this case, but if you're using Vallejo products, it'd be still water. After that was completely dried, that sort of solidified and layered over the about half of the rocks and the gravel that I put in the river basin. And next, after that was done, I took the realistic water and I mixed it with some white pigment, stirred that up a little bit, and then laid another layer of realistic water over top of the pre-existing layer. That was my ice levels, so that was sort of a more opaque layer with a little bit of translucency to it to give you that sort of ice look. When that was done, I added the final layer of realistic water. I just did a really thin layer over top of that, just to add a little more depth to the stream. And then finally, I came in with some scenic spray. I just scenic cement rather. I sprayed over the entire thing, including the basin of the water. It's a matte spray, so it really dilutes the shininess of the realistic water. And then I just went in and sprinkled the soft flake snow over top, and making sure that I got some on the water surface itself and then over top of the rocks. So this is a sort of basic. This is the basic look here. So you can see that the edges are built up. It's not a flat layer, which snow usually doesn't accumulate in a nice flat layer. So it's got some undulations in the surface here, and then you can see I got the rocks exposed at the edge, but with the snow piled up as well. I got some stones in the center. So this is basically hardened up. It's still got a little bit of drying to do, but it's not shaking off by any means. Let's zoom in here so you guys can get a sense of what the actual water surface looks like. See if that'll focus for us. There we go. So like I said, I just added it right onto the water surface. I used my finger. I brushed back some to expose some of the ice, but little cracks have developed here and there. Over here as well. So from one angle, you can see the depth built up here on the edge. So from one angle, it looks like basically there's just snow all over. But then from this angle here, you can see that there is an exposed rock there, some rocks here as well. I didn't want to have a lot of standing water, like just snow on the edges and then blank ice, because it wouldn't look like there was a fresh snowfall with this particular design here with the snow over the ice surface. It does give you the sense that it's been snowing and snow has been piling up and that the ice has been exposed. Albeit there could be some wind movement and such like that it's going to blow it up to the edges. So that's the reason that you want to put these clear spaces in here. So if you're not happy with it, if you do continue to abrade with your finger, you can loosen up that snow and expose a little more ice if need be. But I'm pretty happy with how that turned out for a sample section, and I think once I apply this to the larger water piece, I think the effect will be amplified and it'll look that much better. So I think that pretty much concludes the test pieces that I need to do. The road was one. People seemed pretty happy with that. Most people had commented that they like the heavy snow look, so if I can achieve that or maybe a bit under that, I think that'll be fine. Hopefully you guys can comment a bunch about this and just let me know what you think, how you think it turned out. I'll zoom in and give you guys an above shot here, how you think this turned out here. And other than that, I think I'm happy with how the base of the water turned out. Just grab that quickly, I'll show you guys. So again, you can see it's going to be a little bit more exposed, some wider portions, some bigger areas. Not quite sure how I'm going to do the pour on this one yet, because the depth here is not bad, but it does get a little bit low over here. So I'm almost thinking that I might put a few rocks and stones in here and have a little crossing here because it would indicate maybe that there's a little bit of a rapid section going down there. So that would be interesting. I might put some ice effects on there as well. So, and then we got a nice pool down here. This is where I mentioned I was going to do the little fishing dock, so I wanted to have a little more depth over here. So I might have to do a couple pours just to build up the levels, and then the ice will go on top after that. So hopefully you guys can stay tuned for that, and look for a bunch more videos today, because I got a bunch of different things I wanted to show you guys, unrelated to this, but related to the hobby. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.